Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen Keto 101, the series where I take you by the hand and help you step by step on your keto journey. Now, I get many questions on my social media, and that's the reason I decided to start this Keto 101 series, so that every time you ask me the same question, I can just link you to the video. And for today's video, we're going to be talking about the question I get asked very often, which is, why am I not losing weight on the keto diet? So here are my top 5 reasons why you are not losing weight on the keto diet. Alright, so the first reason you're not losing weight is because you have the wrong mindset. I've often said this many times on my live streams and when I talk to people, is that if your mind sort of decides something, your body will adapt to it, If you've ever watched the television show House, there's an episode where a guy on the plane gets sick and then everybody in the plane starts to show those symptoms. It's called mass hysteria. People were not actually sick, but their body started to show their symptoms because the mind had sort of decided that it was sick. And honestly, that is a big factor when you are doing a diet. The word diet, that's also what's wrong with it. When you approach keto as a diet, I think you're automatically putting yourself in the wrong mindset, When you're on a diet, like half the people, the first question they ask me is, when can I cheat? And the answer is no, you cannot cheat. So you need to approach keto as a lifestyle change, a change from what you were doing earlier, which is what made you fat, which is what made you unhealthy. So it's very important that you come into the keto diet or the keto lifestyle, let's call it that, the keto lifestyle, with the correct mindset. You must understand that keto is not a magic pill. It's not that you will get into keto and the weight will just drop off. That's not the case. I get so many people asking me questions like, hey, I did keto for 6 days and I lost 2 kilos, but then after that for the last 1 week I've not lost anything. Or somebody said, oh, I did keto for 3 days and I took a break and now I'm doing it again, but I'm not losing any weight. And I'm appalled at these questions. My mind is like, if you've come in with that mindset, then how is it going to work? When you start the keto diet, the first thing you lose is just basic water weight. After that, you have to actually put your body through the process of being fat adapted. Just remember, you have eaten carbs and other stuff for I don't know how many years, and now you're literally making your body change that. And it's not going to be easy. You're not just going to snap your fingers and woo, weight is gone. So remember guys, come into the keto lifestyle with the correct mindset. The second reason you're not losing weight is because you're obsessed with the weighing scale. I cannot tell you how many people are just so focused on numbers. I'll admit, I was too at some point in time. And what changed my mindset is that my goal weight was 65 kilos. And I actually hit my goal weight. I even went below my goal weight. And when I looked in the mirror, my body was the same shape, but it just was a smaller version of it. So when I hit my weight, I was like, okay, am I not miraculously like ripped like Goody Beats or Jason Whitrock? Hell no. That comes from hard work and dedication in the gym and not just your eating, So yes, you will lose weight as a number, but are you losing fat? Fat is the key here. What's the point of losing just water weight and muscle mass? You want to lose fat, and which is why you need to stop obsessing about the scale. My recommendation is that you weigh yourself every month. Or if you're a little more obsessive, maybe every 2 or 3 weeks, but don't stand on the scale every day and look at the numbers and say, oh, I've gone up half a kilo today, I'm down half a kilo tomorrow. Only do that if you run a YouTube channel like Headbanger's Kitchen or Keto Connect or something where people are actually trying to study your weight loss or whatever, And the other thing you must realize is on keto, many times you're going to lose inches and not necessarily weight. That's because your body composition is changing. You're dropping fat, but you may be building muscle. So don't only go by the scale. Use the measuring tape as your sort of guide as well, and how you feel and how you look and how your clothes fit. So if you're seeing those changes, don't fret over the number on the scale. The third reason you are not losing weight is because you are overeating. I know there are many people who say calories don't matter, it's all hormonal, and I don't disagree with that at all, that it is hormonal, it is about insulin, it is about keeping it in check. But at the same time, you became fat because you overate for the most part. Unless you had some medical condition, then we're not talking about that. We're talking about normal people. Myself, I became fat because I overate. If I overate even on keto, I would not necessarily lose weight, because at the end of the day, I do believe that it is a balance between calories in, calories out, and also the hormones, Yes, the hormones sort of induce the fat burning part of it, but if you're constantly feeding your body fat, it has no reason to burn your own body fat. And honestly, if you need 1500 calories in a day, if you're eating 2000, 2500, 3000, how are you going to lose weight? So it's very important that you just stop overeating. The fourth reason you are not losing weight, and which is a bit connected to the earlier reason, is that you are not putting in the effort. When I say that, I mean you are not tracking your calories, you are not logging your macros, and that's what I was referring to when I say you're overeating. People do this, oh, I'm just going to eat when I feel like or whatever, but you kind of need to log your calories and your macros. Remember, you overate and became fat, and you have built up an appetite that is more than what you require. So you actually have to bring that appetite back to a reasonable level. And I honestly believe this, because I could pack in maybe 2,500 calories in a day, and I only need 1500. So when I do eat 1500, I will feel hungry because I am in a calorie deficit of 1000, which I'm not used to. So my body still wants the food, but I have to power through that a little bit to bring my appetite down, so that when I do overeat, I actually feel sick. And I did this when I was not on keto, and that's how I actually lost 12 kilos. Yep, believe it or not. And you know what? I wasn't that miserable calorie counting. It literally took me 7 days to readjust my food portions and just be a little more controlled. So here's the thing, you took a lot of time to put on weight. It's going to take you a while to lose the weight. So if you don't make the effort to do it, it's not going to happen. Like I said in the first point, keto is not a magic formula. It's not a diet pill. It's not a magic snap my fingers and fat loss goes away. No, you got to put in the effort, and you got to log everything, at least in the initial stages, just to understand your diet and your habits and your lifestyle change that you have now done. And the fifth and final reason that you are not losing weight is because you are probably still eating some hidden sugars or hidden carbs, or you just have not taken the time to understand what foods you can and cannot eat. In fact, that's the reason I made the last Keto 101, which is what foods can you eat on the keto diet. So click here and on the I button and watch that video. And the reason I say this is because I get so many DMs from people, and I ask them, what are you eating? And I find out that they are eating the things that, whoa, like, I'm like, wow, who told you that's okay on keto? So I once found a gentleman who was having a cup of chai every morning with milk and sugar. And he's like, but I'm having only 1 cup in a day. Is that not okay? I said, no, you can have 0 cups of tea with sugar in it and milk. You need to, put in a sweetener that is keto friendly, and you need to use heavy cream. You can't use milk and sugar. The other day on my Facebook page, there was a lady who posted, I think, a picture of her keto breakfast with the almond bread and all, with a glass of orange juice. And I'm like, it's just, you can't have orange juice on keto. So I think people need to make the effort to reacquaint themselves, if they have not properly done so, with the keto diet, with what is okay on the keto diet, what is not okay on the keto diet. So yeah, that's the fifth and final reason why you're not losing weight on the keto diet. You're consuming carbs and sugars still in some way. Always read the labels of the food you're buying. There's a lot of hidden stuff that maybe you're not paying attention to. So folks, that's the 5 reasons why you're not losing weight on the keto lifestyle. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Do leave me your feedback in the comments below. If there's any other topic you'd like me to speak about in my next 101 series, please let me know as well, and I will do a video about it. So anyway, cheers guys, and I will see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Cheers and keep ketoing. Aeroplanes always disturbing my videos, making a big noise. Aeroplanes, aeroplanes in my house.